Mercenaries, y'all already know who it is. It's the general himself, Osama, aka the Black Jack Bauer, BKA Scrooge McDuckets, CKA Strap God Osama. Back in the briefing room, tapping in again for all the mercenaries out here in these wild, crazy streets. So, man, I'm hitting y'all up across y'all's noggin, man, with a good chain of videos, man, to keep y'all a little busy, man. I got a few toys that done came in. So now I'm going to go ahead and blast y'all with one that just hit my barracks this afternoon. So if y'all seen the videos I've been posted, y'all know the Scar has a new optic mount with a diving board. And if y'all seen the live before that, I gave y'all a hint of what was going on it. A WMLRF. I'll go ahead and drop that below for those who don't know the acronyms. Weapons Mounted Laser Rangefinder. Yes, sir. So this is one I can say is an OG in the game. Out of production for a while. I don't think they really do much work on them anymore if you send them in. But I got it for a good deal, brand new. And you know, we like good deals. So let's go ahead and dive right on into a mercenary. So what we have here is the package. The package. Yes, sir. And I finally found my baby girl here. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and tap right on there, Merc. Go ahead and get this on up open here. So, I'm gonna keep her around, so we ain't never gotta look for her no more. I'm gonna put her back in her assigned seat. All right. Bam. All right, Mercs. We here. And remember, don't play with knives. Put that guy up. Or that girl. So here we go, mercenaries. Our WMLRF. And before I even get into it and let you see what it is. So, with the Scar DMR setup. This is not one that's going to give dope. So this is a plain Jane. Just a regular laser rangefinder that's weapons mounted. Hence the acronym WMLRF. So this will just give me an idea of the target that I'm lasing. I will probably, if not, keep a dope book around me for my dope. Or might invest in a Kestrel HUD. Just put that on in the front. And then I just lase my targets. Mark on the HUD A through F targets, and that will give me the range. And I keep the Kestrel going on the wind vane mount to give me accurate wind, to get proper wind calls. So what we have here, mercenaries, is the poor man's version of a Wilcox Raptor. What we have here is the SilencerCo Weapons Research SWR. We have the SWR. And as y'all don't know, let me see if y'all can see that there. What we have here is the SilencerCo Radius. Yes, mercenaries. The SWR. So, let's go ahead and unbox this. And as y'all can see, I just unveiled it at the same time. And here we go with our other accoutrements from the factory. So the guy secured the cover. So the cover is extra, so you don't get that. So shout outs to that brother. We also have here caps to cover the lenses. We gotta make sure the lenses are covered. We have here some Velcro here for the remote, which I'll show in a second, and we have our dot for our laser so that we can zero to our rifle scope. We have two reflective strips here that'll help in aiding the zeroing of our unit. We have a radius. I think this is our target right here, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like it might be. Slide this guy on out, and if it's not the target, it's probably, yep. You know, the good old product manual. Good old product manual here from Josh Waldron. And if y'all don't know, Josh is one of the founders of SilencerCo. Josh worked along with Kevin Brittingham, which y'all know is the owner of Q. Before he left, let me just backtrack. Kevin Brittingham formed a company here in the great state of Georgia called Advanced Armament Company. Or was it Advanced Armament Corp? I'm going to say it's Advanced Armament Corp. And Josh worked under him for years. And at one time, it was regarded that AAC was probably the best at the time for their span, the best suppressor company in the country. Everything was very innovative tech-wise, very quiet numbers on the decibel meters. You know, they were hitting everything out the park. Then Josh, along with one of his other comrades, left, and they formed SilencerCo. And it was said at one time that SilencerCo is what AAC used to be. So we'll just give you a little rundown on Josh and his background in the suppressor world. And here goes our zeroing paper right here. So what we'll do, we'll put a reflective strip here, one here, and that will help us find our laser. This right here will be the center of our optic. And somewhere, because I'm going to mount this on the diving board, our little reflective dot will go somewhere around up in here. If not, maybe a little bit higher. And that's where we will zero our optic, or should I say our WMLRF. So now that y'all have that there, we have our zeroing target, which is what every weapons mounted laser rangefinder will require. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just slide this manual back in here if possible. Don't want to waste too much time. I have a date. Not a date like that, but I have an appointment I have to meet. Bam. Put that there. Reflective strips. Lens cover. Velcro. Oh, and I didn't even show y'all, but has a remote with a pressure pad here, and it just punches, and you can use that to turn it on, and you use that to laze. All right, now that we have that out the way, boom. Let me go ahead and put those over here. Remove this top, put that down there. Here we go. All right, here goes our unit. Here we go, Mercs. The radius. Yes, sir. Our batteries will go here at the top. And look, they're already in here. All we gotta do is just pull that little plastic tab and we're ready to go. Look at God. Look at God. All right. Now I'm not gonna probably maybe get this battery cover on all the way. But yeah, I guess I won't have to worry about it now. I don't want to stretch the video out too long. But okay. Maybe I'll see if I can multitask. All right, Mercs, and as y'all can see here, we have our lenses, and right here in the center is our laser that we will be using to zero our radius at 100 yards. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this here. This battery cover, Mercs. I think I have it on. All right, there we go. There we go. At least I thought it was, but okay. Enough with that, mercenary. We'll be here with this all day. This is a quick detach, as we have here our Picatinny lever. Bring that bad boy out. Then we can just latch it on. Boom. It's right there already on. Oh, I thought there was something on here. I know my hand was probably about close to touching it, the lenses, but I'll go ahead and hit it with a microfiber cloth. And we have back here our controls. So this is our power button right here. It won't come on because our batteries have the plastic on here. We hit this on to turn it on. All right. And once you hold this here, you can actually turn it off if you hold it. Over here, we have our button where we can switch from yards and meters. Then we have our button here to lays. We punch this button right here, and you press it one time here, or you can press the remote pad, and it will go ahead and send the laser out and give us a range. Or we hold this button for continuous mode, and we will just glance this bad boy all around, and if the target is reflective, it will give us a reading. Okay. Make sure that don't fall, even though we have the prize out of there. And yeah, I don't know what's up with this battery cover. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. Okay. I got it now. So I just have to press and seal it in real well. And we have our wheel right here. So this will move our laser up and down, as you can see here. And this is our wheel here to move the laser left and right to help us with the zeroing. Okay. Then also here on the back is our screen. We can switch the orientation. So as I have it on top of my scope, it'll be right here. And then if we was to put it at the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock, we can switch the orientation here. Let's see if we go ahead and do that now since I got y'all here. Screw this bad boy. Okay. Then go bam. And we'll just go ahead and slide that on up in there like that. Screw that on in there. Screw that in there. Then when we turn on the side, bam. It'd be just like that. And you can see it. And I wish I could take this out, but I'm not even going to power it on. Because I only want to power it on when it's time for me to zero. You know, I don't want to mess any type of calibration or anything up. So I'm just going to only power it on when I get to the range and I zero it onto the scar. And I can show you, like I say, in the corner would be yards and meters up here. Our main reading would be here, the best reading. And then we'll show two other readings here on the side to give you ones that are in the vicinity of your target if it's kind of hard for it to pick up. Okay? And I think that's it for the radius. I don't think there's anything else up under here. No, just more foam. So yeah, mercenaries. SilencerCo radius. The original poor man's Wilcox Raptor. Like I say, this is just going to be on the scar because it's a DMR rifle. Just want to get the range really quickly. Once I get back out shooting, I'll probably be picking up some ammo from a guy I know. Some good ammo. And going to be running it out to the 900 yards back at Rifle Ranch. That's where y'all will see me. And I'll probably more likely do a zeroing video. Show y'all how to zero this guy. And let y'all see how it works in person. And if you do find one of these, especially if you find it with everything that comes with the new, I would recommend you picking it up. But if not, if you find one for a good deal, you can always buy one of those zero targets and the reflector strips. You buy those on Amazon all day. You might be able to find them on eBay also. And then you can go out, zero it to your rifle, and then head on out and get you some distances. And you know what? I guess as I'm already here, well, no, because then I got to open up the case to put the little things on. But I guess while I'm here, I guess I could just slide this cover on. You can at least see what it looks like with the cover on. Because more than likely, I'll probably just keep it with this cover on. And if you want something that will give dope, I would recommend you purchasing the Vortex Impact 4000. You can get those for about $1,500 street price, maybe about $1,000 used. And that will give you range and your dope to let you know what you need to dial elevation wise and your windage approximately and send you on down range. And that has the geoballistics ballistic solver already inside. And geoballistics is about the same as applied ballistics. They do the same thing. They're probably at least on the same tier. I don't think one is superior than the other. I'll probably say I'm more prejudiced to the AB, applied ballistic, because that's what I've been using in my Kestrel Elite. So thank you all again, mercenaries, for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and mount this bad boy up on my SCAR to see what it looks like. You know, start LARPing around here at the headquarters. But I thank y'all for tuning in, mercenary. It's the General Osama. As always, stay legal, stay dangerous, stay prepared, stay informed, stay on your toes. All right, mercenaries, it's the General signing out. Osama, out.